Hello, so today we're going to look at the New Heritage Doll Company. I came to a 592.69 company APV. Some of the project updates. The project costs in the first year were not as budgeted, but were not sufficient to get the assembly equipment and related software working properly. Additional outlays are required. But then the Young Authors book series was an immediate success. When we look at all of the updates, a lot of my updates were pretty good. Then when I go to income statement and balance sheet, all my numbers pretty much went up consistently. There were a few that, such as if you look at like my liabilities, they dipped down for a period of time, as well as my net assets. Basically, when I was doing this, I was looking for as many positive numbers as I could come across when it related to my NPV or my IRR, my internal rate of return, also my net present value. Just to go through my profitability index ranks projects and allows me to quantify the amount of value created per unit of investment. But when I saw a high IRR, that usually caught my eye, and I would usually try to invest in that if I could afford to. When we look at our cash flow statement, it was basically pretty much going up every single year with our net income and depreciation. And then another thing I looked at was how long it took each project. The shorter period of time I could get that thing paid off, the better. Then we'll go ahead and we'll look at our total cash flows, our ending cash balance. It went down, goes down in 2015, but then it increases throughout. And then when we go ahead and we'll go look at our project details. So for the toddler doll accessory line, we did that in 2009. It was a low risk. Our costs for 2015 are zero. Our lifetime project costs were 3.14. The NPV was 6.82. The IRR was 24.8. The discount was 7.85. What else we got here? Oh, profitability index was 11.24, which, you know, I tried to pick every single option I could that was higher than 1, which is our break-even point. And I also tried to invest in a bigger project for each year, and then I try and find a couple small ones as well. These are my selected projects that I chose. The EBI TDA doesn't mean too much to me, just because it's sometimes inaccurate. But that is, that's your earning before interest, your taxes, depreciation, and your amortization. So we'll go ahead and we'll look down here at our 5-year though for this 3.37. Our income statement or net income. increased every single year. For our cash flow statement, there you see again it increases consistently. And our total cash flows, which is, this means everything. This thing needs to go up, especially with inflation making our value go down every year. So there you see it jumps by 0.24. We'll go ahead and we'll look at a different one here. Here you got a high risk for the virtual doll community, but our lifetime project costs were low, but our IRR was very high. So our discount was 7.85, and our payback period was a very short amount of time with 2 years. Our NPV was 5.83, but our profitability index was 258.93, which was extremely high. So that's what really attracted me to that one. Go ahead and look at our cash flow statement here. There you see it. It really climbs on this one, and our ending cash balance went from 0.13 to 0.54 in the year 2023. So all of that looks pretty good. There you see here EBITDA 5.19. What else? So we'll look at one more here. Alright, so for this one, this is a medium risk, and our lifetime project cost is only 0.4. Our payback period again was, I try to find things that were under 5 years usually. Our profitability index was well over 1, so we got 8.54 there. Our IRR was 115%, and our NPV was 1.03, which I liked it to be higher, but went with it. And then we go down our cash flows, our net income depreciation. You can see it climbed there, and then it just dipped off. So any cash balance, there you see it. So if I were to go back, I would probably not invest in the doll video game, but at the time it did look okay, but once you go in it didn't look as well as I had thought. So let me go back here to the dashboard, and then here it breaks down our cash flows by division, and then our revenue by division. So most of our revenue is coming in from the retail area, and here it is, our operating profit by division. Then it comes from licensing. And we look at our total assets by division. You have production leading the way in there. And yeah, so after a few times of trying to run numbers, this is what I got. I liked that I saw it was consistently climbing. And yeah, that's about it.